Friends, I see myself as an educator. This is because Vivekananda held that everything lies in education. We need to catch people young and early because after a certain point of time, after they gain a certain age, biological age, and they get some degrees or some money or position or fame, etc., people start learning. They think they have already learned whatever they need to learn and they will just want to enjoy life. As is, people want to enjoy life from the beginning, but the receptivity to learn would be only till they are young and not have money in their hands, etc., etc. So Vivekananda said we can solve all the problems only if we focus on education, because a politician or a businessman or a religious man or any person, all kinds of people in the society, you can find them all together in a classroom when they were really young. So if we are able to give right education when they are young, it would help everyone. Now, I focused myself on education. There was not much focus on the Krishna Rama missionary that I was there for 11 years full-time dedicatedly. So I continued 2 years later as an educator, but I wanted to give long-term, deep and focused education to people who want to receive. And I want to have impactful education. I want to work there in that kind of field. But I have understood that most education we see is flimsy and on the surface, etc. And mostly values are missing in the education. Only skills are given. Skills is useful only for business and employment, etc. Anyway, if as a professor you are getting students who have some inherent problem that is withholding them from receiving what you have to give, and if you are really interested in helping those students, you would go to them when they were younger in their graduation time. So if you had post-graduation students and they're not able to receive properly, you would naturally think that the problem was in the graduation time. They must be given better foundation. So you would go and teach graduation children if you wanted to solve the problem. And then if you see that no, even there people are already coming with problems, so you had to catch them younger, you would go to junior college level and teach them, so that if they have better foundation, they would be able to educate themselves better. But even there, you think that students are older than you can teach them. They are already spoilt. Okay, so you would try to catch them younger at high school level, and no, even there you understand that primary education was not given properly. So you go and become a primary education teacher and educator, and there also you will find the same thing. That they needed to be given a strong kindergarten, etc. Then you understand that no, in the parents, with the parents itself, this correct education need to be there. Then you see with the parents and they are doing their best, but somewhere the problem is there. So in my research, I found that people come almost ready with a formed personality when they are born. Therefore, if you have to believe, there is no other way. You have to believe in reincarnation. Therefore, it can be safely said that their education, actual education, happens over lifetimes, many lifetimes. So, can you catch them in their previous life? It's so difficult, right? It is not possible unless mysticism, mystical powers, etc. are involved. And we don't need to consider that kind of data even if somebody gives that data. Therefore, we need to at least acknowledge that people are born with certain sanskaras, certain levels of education, and if they have the taste for the kind of education that you are able to give, then they would come, and this process of educating and getting education both will be successful. If they don't have that taste or the smell, they say vasana or ruchi, okay, for the proper education, the spiritual education, your life as an educator, spiritual educator, would be very difficult if you take up some committed discipleship, committed work with a disciple or a student, etc. So they would doubt you, you would doubt them. All the process is very difficult. Therefore, it has been concluded by wise acharyas long ago that the guru should be excellent, amazing guru, and the student must also be an amazing student. Then education, real education happens, especially spiritual education.